So remember, the strategy of power we're talking about today is acting exponentially. And that means remembering that in a networked age, you can generate power not incrementally, but truly virally and exponentially. And what does that mean to act exponentially? Well, again, it means setting off contagions, thinking about crafting memes and images that go viral or have the potential to go viral. It means activating nodes of networks, reading that network map to think, who are the people or what are the institutions or the points in this network that if you infect them, you can really make this thing spread. And then finally, it means stitching networks of networks together and having this approach of thinking about acting locally, but webbing up your local action into a global network of local actors. That kind of work, which when you think about the way that we draw and make networks, and you think about the ways in which we web up and we connect to each other, you know, one of the realities of network life is that there's no guarantees that any of this stuff is actually going to spread. But it's only through practice and only through the kind of repeated work of generating these kinds of memes, contagions, nodes, and networks that you'll get to be skillful at acting exponentially. Well, in every episode, we like to take questions from you, the viewers, for our social media segment. So we've got a couple here that we'd like to speak to. So the first one comes from Candace on Facebook, and it's a pretty powerful one. How do we go about overthrowing the government and getting rid of year after year political leaders? I have a very simple answer. Vote. Vote. Voting is the most easy means at our disposal for effecting a peaceful overnight revolution, and yet most of us, most of the time, throw away that power. Voting is something that we've got to reclaim. The second question comes from Gail on Facebook, and this is a deep question too. What is the best question I can ask my Trump-supporting friends and family to generate an authentic rather than defensive conversation? And by the way, if you are a Trump supporter, then just replace Trump supporting to Trump opposing here. But I think the deeper answer is this. You can't go straight to issues. You can't say, come on, let's sit down and talk about healthcare or guns or whatever it is. You've got to spend and invest the time actually unpacking what it is that motivates this other person, where it is and how it is that they come to the values that they've got. And so saying, let's have a conversation about something as simple as who's influenced you? Who's shaped your values and your norms and your worldview? How do you feel like you pass it on? Questions like that that are universal, that kind of unlock the human heart, that help you see, okay, I understand why this person is motivated by this particular desire or hope or fear, whatever it might be, rehumanizes the conversation. You may later on still disagree about guns or healthcare or whatever it is, but first you have to lay that foundation of rehumanization. This is the work we've all got to do right now, not because we're not going to disagree, we are, but so that we can disagree better and with a deeper sense of humanity. Well, we hope that you'll keep on sending your questions to us, and anytime you can reach us through social media, through this hashtag on Facebook, and also through old-fashioned email here. We love to hear from you. Well, that wraps this episode of Citizen University TV, and we hope that you'll continue to process and think about the stories we've told and the strategies we've described here, and think about how you, in your everyday life, can practice power, and today, act exponentially. I'm Eric Liu. Thanks for joining us.